If a man is ignoring you, here is what he is thinking. Now, in your mind, you might be thinking, not a hell a lot is going on up there. And sometimes that is the case. But there's some moments when a good guy is actually just being kind of dumb and he ignores a woman because he's just clueless about how to treat a woman. But let's get something straight. If you've been dating someone and they ignore you without an explanation, that is not okay. People really should be better. And notice the key word should, but they aren't always their best self when they're trying to figure all this stuff out. For example, before I started Love Strategies, helping executive women like you attract love, I actually used to coach men on how to meet women just like you. And I had a new client. He was wealthy, he was charismatic, and he was actually just a really high character guy. He's the type of guy that my clients would love. I know my clients well, and he's the type of guy you'd want to go after. But he read something really weird on the internet. And he read that after a first date, it's good to ignore a woman for a week before texting or calling her after the date. And I remember when I first started working with this guy, he told me this idea that he had, and he said, yeah, I don't know, it's kind of working for me. And I was like, dude, this is the worst piece of advice I have ever heard. Don't do that. And I thought to myself, damn, this is going to be like the easiest client I've ever worked with. So most of what I had to coach him on is basically stop playing those silly games and show up with authenticity. Like, yeah, I don't want you to be unnecessarily eager, but it's also important to show a woman you're interested. Otherwise, she's just going to pull away. So he stopped doing this BS. And yes, he was engaged like 6 months later. It was really easy. So with all that said, if a man is ignoring you, here's a few reasons why he might be doing that. The first one is that he's just playing games. I mean, he might be inconsistent on purpose to keep you hooked, not connected. But at the end of the day, real connection doesn't require confusion. And let's be real. I mean, some guys out there, they play the whole hard to get thing because ultimately they're just playing games because they think it makes them more desirable. And to some women, yeah, it might. But at the end of the day, to create that long lasting connection, it really doesn't work. So if you sense that he's intentionally ignoring you to manipulate your emotions, massive red flag. You really do deserve to be with someone who communicates openly, not someone who plays any type of mind games. We're not here for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Another reason why he might be ignoring you is, I hate to say it, he's just not that into you and he's not interested. Look, sometimes the harsh truth is that he's just not into it. And instead of being upfront, he's taking the cowardly route by just completely ignoring you. And this is especially common if he's emotionally mature. It doesn't know how to deal with any type of confrontation. So if this is the case, his silence is his way of saying, I'm out, without actually saying it. And honestly, this is the closure that you need. You don't need any more closure. He's out. And at the end of the day, that's on him. It's not on you. Him ignoring you is not a sign for you to try harder. It's not a sign for you to just keep thinking about him and wondering what it could have been. It's a sign that says he's got going on in his life or he's just not interested, and that's okay. It's not necessarily a reflection on you. Move on and find someone who is ready. The third reason why a man might be ignoring you is that he's trying to test boundaries. And this is kind of still playing games a little bit. Now, there's some guys out there who just want to see what it is that they can get away with. And if it's early on the dating process, he doesn't yet know what your boundaries are. So he might be testing you a little bit. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm just telling you what it is that he might be thinking. So as things start to progress, it is perfectly acceptable, and we encourage our clients to do it, to have a real conversation about what a communication cadence really looks like, and that it's not okay for him to just disappear from time on end. And if he continues to do that and he doesn't adhere to your boundaries, then say that magical 4-letter word, which is next, and let's move on to the next, because this guy is not on the same page as you. Now, if a guy's ignoring you, he also might just be trying to avoid conflict. Look, if there's been some tension or some unresolved issues between the two of you, he might just be ignoring you to avoid dealing with it. Again, I'm not saying that's okay. Just gives you a little bit of an explanation as to why. But ultimately, this really is a sign of poor communication skills, and it's something to address if the relationship is going to move forward. That is not okay for him to just run away from all of the problems in the relationship. Now, the final reason why it is that a man might be ignoring a woman is that he feels that the woman is not ready for a relationship. Now, ladies, we flip the script right towards you. How have you been showing up in the relationship? Are you giving him the appropriate green flags that you like the guy, that you're interested in him? Because at the end of the day, men have the same fear of rejection as you do. There's no guy out there who wants to pour their heart into a woman only to get it smashed into a million different pieces. Like, we got to give him that encouragement that we also like him as well. So if you're watching this video and you are sick of the game playing, you're sick of feeling ignored, you're sick of having men not invest in you, and you feel like men are just ignoring you, then let's move forward with a new strategy. Head on over to lovestrategies.com. We have a free training there that's going to walk you through a proven process to help you get out there, attract that man who invests his emotional energy in you, who shows up with good communication, because that man really does exist out there. Head on over to lovestrategies.com. We'll give you a little bit of help there. And also be sure to leave a comment right there below. If you've ever had a man ignore you and you wondered why, leave that comment, be a part of this community. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, speak to you very soon. Bye-bye.